Hey guys, it's Millsy here. Now, for this video, I was initially planning on doing a Raw review. I was actually in the process of recording it. I was about to upload it, but it went for so fucking long that I just didn't feel like uploading it, so I just deleted it. There wasn't really anything noteworthy talking about on this Raw anyway, so the video wasn't really that good. But there was one thing I really wanted to talk about. One thing that drove me fucking crazy on this Raw. I should note before, if you want to hear my thoughts on Raw, I'm going to do a payback predictions video. So I'll probably discuss a little bit of Raw in that. So, you'll kind of get one. But there was one thing on this Raw that I absolutely hated. And the reason I hate it is because it just perfectly illustrated one of the current problems in WWE. Now, that segment and match I'm talking about was Bo fucking Dallas against Sin Cara. And the reason why I hated this match, the reason why I hate this Bo Dallas character and think it's one of the worst characters I've ever seen, is because it just perfectly shows why the current babyfaces in WWE are just so fucking boring. And it just shows why there are fans out there who cheer for heels in favor of the faces. Because the heels in WWE are so much cooler. Now that's kind of always been the case. Probably the only exception is Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. But apart from that, those two, the heels have always been cooler. And it's never been more evident than it has been pretty much since when WWE went PG. Because they're baby faces. The ideal baby face for WWE is one that just panders to the audience, is basically an ass kisser, always wants a fair fight and pretty much tries to avoid fighting at any or all costs, even though that's their job. Fuck logic though, and that's why we just can't get behind these characters, because we're watching a show where we want to see people get their ass kicked. We want to see fights. And when the heels, openly accepting to that, we're gonna get behind them. So that's why we cheer for him. And you have these characters like Bo Dallas, like that I'm going to talk about soon, Sheamus, Adam Rose. He's not as bad, but I still don't like him. John Cena. These guys that are just pandering douchebags. Even throwing Daniel Bryan in there, and I'm a fan of Daniel Bryan, but even he's turned into kind of that babyface character where all they do is just pander to the audience to get the desired crowd reaction, and it's boring. Who honestly finds this appealing, apart from 5-year-old kids and freaking mothers? Which I get it, WWE is trying to appeal to that audience, but God, where does that leave for us fans that actually want to see violence and shit like that? It leaves us with the heels, which is why we cheer for them. And then WWE wonders why, and they get pissed off as to why we cheer the heels. And look at that. Look at the fact that your baby faces are so fucking boring that we just don't like him. And that brings me to Bo Dallas. I've seen this guy for 5 minutes and I fucking hate him. Why? Because of his character. nothing wrong with his wrestling ability. He looked pretty good in the ring, but this character, this inspirational speaker, is so boring. Like, it might be good if he was a heel and had this character, because I don't know how you could work it, but I reckon it could be interesting. But the problem is he's a babyface. He's doing these inspirational speeches, being a little goody two-shoes and shit. And it's so boring. And that's why I hate this guy already. That's why he'll probably be a jobber in the next 2 months, because WWE does what they always do with their baby faces. They give him this shit gimmick that the wrestlers can't even save, no matter how hard they try. And they just keep on falling down the card until they're at a spot where no one gives a shit about them. It's a shame, because these guys are talented guys, but they fall into the trap of the WWE system, of the way they want their baby faces to be presented. And it sucks. I mean, I'm not going to get invested in a storyline if I only have one side to cheer for. For example, this Cena versus Bray storyline. I love Bray Wyatt. I love the whole gimmick, but I don't like Cena, and that's preventing me from getting invested in the storyline, because I only care about one of the characters. So I just don't care. I mean, you look at some of the famous superhero movies like Batman. You have Batman, you have the Joker. The Joker's cool. You're gonna cheer for him, but you don't have Batman, walking around Gotham City. It's like, I respect the Joker for what he does and all that shit. No, because that's fucking boring and no one's gonna get behind that. But for some reason WWE does that, and it sucks. I mean, this current stream of babyfaces, they all suck as characters, and I'm not gonna get behind them. The only baby faces that I care about at the moment are the Shield, because yes, they're baby faces. They go after bad guys, but they're still the same Shield that they were when they first debuted. The only difference is who they attack, and that's why they're so popular. But anyway, yeah, that's my video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm actually gonna probably film my payback predictions video probably tonight, so be on the lookout for that. And there is something else I'm going to mention on that video as well, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, later everybody.